Good morning students. Let's continue chapter 5. Today I am going to first clear the concept modulus and conjugate of a complex number. So first modulus of a complex number, let z is equal to a plus ib be a complex number, then modulus of z. It is denoted by mod of z and it is under root a square plus b square. Okay, very simple students. Only square of the real part, then plus square of imaginary part. And here let z is equal to 3 plus 2i, then modulus of z. Okay, z is a complex number. It means we are finding mod of z. It is the symbol to represent the modulus of a complex number, and it is 3 square plus 2 square. Okay, so modulus of z you will get 9 plus 4, it is root 13. Okay, and now next conjugate. Okay, so same as here student, first let z is equal to a plus ib. It is a complex number, then conjugate of z. It is represented by z bar and it is a minus ib. Only change the sign of the imaginary part. Okay, now take one example. Let z is equal to 3 plus 2i, then conjugate of z is 3 minus 2i. Okay, but if it is z is equal to 1 minus 3i, then conjugate of z is 1 plus 3i. Okay, reverse the sign of the imaginary part only. If the imaginary part not given in the question, then conjugate and the z are same. Okay, of a number. Now some important results. Okay, first is it is modulus of z1 z2. Okay, here z1 and z2 are two complex numbers, so let z1 and z2 are two complex number. Okay, then modulus of z1 z2 is equal to, it is mod of z1 into mod of z2. Second, modulus of z1 by z2. It is modulus of z1 and divided by modulus of z2. Okay, if two complex number are given and we have to find the modulus. Okay, and numbers are in division form, then you can take the first modulus of numerator and modulus of denominator. Okay, now these results are very important. Okay, next is z1 z2 conjugate. Okay, it is z1 into z2 conjugate. Okay, and here you can write that where z1 is not equal to 0. Okay, now next fourth is z1 plus minus z2 bar. Okay, it means the conjugate. We are finding conjugate. So here z1 bar plus minus z2 bar. Conjugate of z1, then plus minus conjugate of z2. Okay, now move ahead. Next it is z1 by z2 whole bar means conjugate. So it is z1 bar divided by z2 bar. Okay, take the separately conjugate of numerator and denominator, and where z2 is not equal to 0. Okay, otherwise it will be undefined. And now let's start the next concept. Next concept is Argand plane and polar representation. Okay, of a complex number. Students, let z is equal to 2 minus 3i is a complex number and it represents a point P. Then the coordinate is 2 comma minus 3. Okay, then how we can represent it on a plane? Now let's see. It is x-axis and it is y-axis. Okay, then x-axis is known as real axis. Okay, and y-axis is known as imaginary. Okay, imaginary axis. And now it is the origin. Let's here points 1, 2, 3, 4. Here minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. Same as here. Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, and here it is minus 4. Okay. The point is P 2 comma minus 3. Okay, so on the real axis it's 2 and on imaginary axis it's minus 3. So we represent it here. Okay, so P is a point 2 comma minus 3 and the plane having a complex number assigned to each of its point is called a complex plane. Okay, or the Argand plane. Suppose there are a point A. Okay, it is 2, 3. B is another point that it's 0 comma 2. C is minus 1 comma 2. Then corresponding the complex number, it's 2 plus 3i and it is 0 plus 2i and it's minus 1 plus 2i, and geometrically representation of these points are A, it's 2 comma 3, so here it is A. Okay, next B is 0 comma 2, 0, and it is here 2, so B is 0, 2. Next minus 1 comma 2. Okay, so here on the real axis minus 1 and on imaginary axis it's 2. So here it is C minus 1 comma 2. Okay, so it is the representation of complex number in Argand plane. Okay, or we can say in a complex plane. Now let's move ahead. Let P is equal to x plus I y. It is a complex number. Okay, so it is P x y, and on the Argand plane, the representation of this point is here. Okay, it's x y, point is P. And now see here, it is making an angle theta. Okay, and this is the origin. Okay, 0, 0. Now student, the distance between origin to point P, it is root x square plus y square. Okay, and if we take perpendicular from P on x axis, we can find the coordinate. X is equal to r cos theta, y is equal to r sin theta. Okay, since here r is equal to under root x square plus y square, it is mod of z. Okay, here p is a complex number, so we can represent it by z also. So z is x plus I y. Okay, and now see that in place of x, it is r cos theta, and in place of y, it is r sin theta. Okay, into I. Since z is x plus I y. Okay, now students, r is common, and here cos theta plus I sin theta, and r is mod of z. Okay, it is the modulus. Here r mod of z is modulus of complex number, and theta is the angle. Okay, and it is known as argument of complex number, and it is written by ARGZ, argument of Z. It means we are finding the angle, okay, which the complex number made with positive or real x-axis. Okay, the polar form of this complex number is polar form. Okay, is z is equal to r cos theta plus I sin theta. Okay, it is the polar form of a complex number where r is the modulus, okay, mod of z, and theta is known as the argument of complex number. Now, if theta is the argument of a complex number, z is equal to x plus I y. Okay, then theta is given by tan theta is equal to y by x. Okay, it is the method to find the argument. Okay, now student, consider 4 cases. First, if x y lies in first quadrant, then argument of z is equal to theta. Second, if xy lies in second quadrant, then argument z is equal to pi minus theta. Okay, and next, third, if xy lies in third quadrant, then argument of z is theta minus pi. Okay, and fourth is if xy lies in fourth quadrant, then argument of z is minus theta. Okay, according to these points we will solve the questions, okay, of the exercise